AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Lauletta on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Lauletta again here on second and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Prescott from the gun. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 28 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And he puts it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
How fun will it be to watch Barkley and Elliott go at it twice a year? Here's first and 10. They keep it with Barkley on first down. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run for it with Goldman. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moment on 4th. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Lauletta looking for a first down throw. And this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Here's Lauletta. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A give to Elliott. And an alley to run. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 3rd down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Now he'll escape to his right. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there on third down. And even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. Prescott now on 2nd down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo was a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And an alley to run. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And New York set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta, he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Complete to Bryant. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And that one results in 35 yards. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Goldman. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. A great play there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, good move. Shifts by him. And now running right through it. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 30. The 20.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset that far and no reward?
Extra point pretty close to that right upright, but he does get it to go. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The New York set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On second down, here's Barkley. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Lauletta on third down. He completes it to Bryant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Here's a give to Barkley. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Lauletta now to throw it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your side.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard from 21 yards away. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. Rosas now to add the PAT. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
47. Gun. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Looking deep for Elliott. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Just keeping the play alive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
Out of the gun, Lauletta. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against away from people on it.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Here we go. 47, 26.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Good. Switch, hey.
2nd down, Prescott. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Detroit!
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air, Lauletta on second down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham Jr. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 49 yards. And the Giants are in for 6. PAT up and good by. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Giants have it. It's picked up.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Watch it now, Barney!
Lauletta. Powerful running. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green
pitch goes to Barkley. Fighting him off. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
A handoff to Barkley, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now Saquon Barkley. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the kick by Rosas is good. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Muscles him off. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Fighting to stay upright. Steps away. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Dalvin Tomlinson able to get in there and drop him behind the line. And they'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go. All right, 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
All right, partner, count with me. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Look, he had all day to throw the football and never got rid of it and allowed for the sack. That's not on the offensive line.
And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go. Gun. 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott escaping the pressure right. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Again, it's Barkley. And a nice spin into some open field. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 1st and 10, Lauletta. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And that's Elliott, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Under.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Prescott. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Prescott now. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. 3rd and goal, option right on 3rd down. That's Clayton, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And New York set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away.
Under pressure, they got him again. Myles Garrett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
From the gun, here's Lauletta. Bryant with a catch right side. A very solid gain of 27. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Garner. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
It's Barkley on the counter, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
Going for it all. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
This is Barkley, and he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley punching it in from a yard away. And the Giants have broken our tie the lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
41 for Will.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Running with Elliott. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They begin with a run by Barkley. Finding room inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Right back to him on 1st down. Oh, and now he bowls him over and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Barkley already showing the ability to transform this giant running game as they come up here on 1st down. Now it's Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
No. Jack, Patriot!
And they'll try the air now with Lauletta. He fights him off. Dancing to his left. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, Lauletta. That escapes the sack. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
On 2nd and 10, Lauletta to Barkley on the check down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Here we go now.
Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Fighting through it. He's got space. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Over here. Right there.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse.
Look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty don't even know where waste at. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never